There we go. Making a little progress, but overall, I might have made a little bit of a mistake because I definitely did not realize how hard it was going to be to keep that booth stocked up. Don't get me wrong, I've been making stuff like crazy. I mean, I'm always making something. Admittedly, most of the time it's a mess. But it turns out that things down in our antique store booth sold out so quickly. And at least as far as this handmade stuff goes, it takes such a long time to finish these and do these, that it's going to be much more of a challenge than I thought. Now, before the last round, I was already working on quite a few things. I got some large signs here, got a stack of smalls, something for the sarsaparilla fan in all of us. I thought we had priced everything that we stuck in there last time, and I had never actually got to this giant signboard. But I had thought we had priced stuff high enough that it would stay in there for a while, you know, and then I would gradually mark it down and then it would leave. Instead, we got cleared out in like 2 days. So as you can see, I'm trying to put the finishing paint touches and stain touches on some of these things I've been working on. But the problem is, because they're all hand cut and then stained, painted, all that kind of stuff, sometimes the lumber and then sometimes the stain stays wet for a long time. There's no way to fast dry. You can't stick it out in the sun because the wood will warp, so it all has to stay inside in a cool environment and slowly dry out. That's why I can feel sort of a little tackiness sometimes, a little moisture. These have dried out nice and well because this I made before we even stuck the last run in there. And then there's other stuff like this that took, I don't know, days. It took a couple of days to paint this bad boy because it's a lot of tiny little stuff on here. Guess I've had a little bit of a nostalgia festival going on. I sort of like doing art pieces where the sort of artistic idea behind it is, what if we'd never made plastic and cardboard signs and you still had to hand paint wooden signs for everything, you know? And of course, I would have gone crazy if I'd seen this sign back in the day. As for this one, the Turtle Pie sign, I don't know how many of you remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pies. I think Hostess might still actually make cream pies, right? But they usually have chocolate frosting. These had a weird vanilla frosting inside, which was, I didn't really like it that much, I gotta be honest with you. I just ate it because the turtles ate it. And hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted turtle power. So I had a little bit of a theme shift there from some of the old West signs I was doing, which I'm still doing some of. But yeah, anyway, something like this takes a couple of days to finish. That's my favorite one. I'm gonna have to price it really high so it stays for a while and I can enjoy it before it goes to its new home. It's a little bit of a shift because it's more personal nostalgia than the other kind of nostalgia, which are the old West signs, which as you can see, I'm still doing those as well. In fact, I did something else I thought I would never repeat, which is I made another gigantic handmade monorail sign, which is like a whole alley tall. Look at the size of this thing, all hand painted and cut. I made some so people know where to go pee-pee. I made some for people who've done their duty. I made one that's better off maybe as firewood. I'm not a big fan of that one. A couple for those who are thirsty, some for musicians over here. Well, one really, just that one there. And some that are quite bizarre. Get it? I have a couple that still need a little more paint work. Hopefully I'll be able to wrap those up. Especially some of the other small ones I've been working on. But it's not just the one-of-a-kind stuff we ran out of. We also ran out of cool, old-school, vintage items as well. Right, Frankenstein? And I know for me, if I'm going to go into an antique store, I want to at least see something, even if I can't buy it. It's gonna bring back memories or get me all excited. I mean, for me, there's been a few things that I've collected for a long time, you know. But as one of those old dudes said once on American Pickers, the goal isn't to have all the toys, it's to play with all the toys. So for the last week, we've been scrambling just a little bit to find some awesomeness to go into the booth. Things that would make me stop and turn my head. And I hope, stuff that you guys would appreciate as well. Actually, I just realized I have another load of stuff I've got to pick up from a collector friend of mine. We're doing a deal. I can't show you who or where, but I can show you the swag afterwards. Well, as you can see, things got complex. We've got everything from epic Gone with the Wind movie stand-ups to the Grad Night 77 program featuring, and I don't want to get you too excited, Papa Do Run Run, to commemorative items meant for Disney executives apparently, and a lot of little doodads, toys, treasure, who's its and what's its galore.
This is really cool. The Roosevelt Grill. Air conditioned.
Dude, there's vintage Disneyland maps, Betty Boop paper dolls. There's a lot to go through here. Everything from treasure to trash to in between. Roger Rabbit character design pieces and tons of random toys, which is good because kids stop by the booth all the time, you know, and they can't get, you know, $100 sign or whatever. So what can the kids get? They can get this fish. It's weird, just like me. There's some Batman action figures, strange Hawaiian souvenirs, this terrifying, almost certainly demonic mask right here, ponies for everyone. I could become a brony now. Check this out. It's a pewter statue of the Quaker Oats guy. It says Cedar Rapids plant. Limited edition. Dude, that is actually cool. Oh, Allie found the peace pipe. What the heck is that? What's this? Oh. I'm not sure I'm allowed to have that. Dude, there's everything from TIE fighters to vintage cake decorations, folk art. Hey, Allie, do you know what time it is?
No.
Well, you would if you had a rockabilly time chrono alarm LCD quartz watch in its original vintage package. Dude, look at this. Look at all this vintage magic stuff. You got a bill tube, jumping knots, easy magic kit, anti-gravity with instructions in English and Chinese, rope to silk, magic by gosh. Check these vintage, dude, look at this, practical ventriloquism for fun and profit. Oh my gosh. Hey, there's one. You can go up to strangers and say, hey, hot stuff. And if they get upset, you just show them the magic trick, Frankie. Hey, hot stuff. Look at this, a Millennium Falcon Lazy Susan. And I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know what that... It's kind of amazing, but I don't know what it is. Dude, that whole huge bag is vintage cake decorations. Like I said, lots of toys. Dude, and here's a throwback for you. A light magic cup. A Disneyland light magic cup. What the heck? Well, anyway, as you can see, Allie is bagging and tagging and working her way through this crazy haul we just had to pick up. Meanwhile, here's a box of stuff we've already carefully curated. We got a monorail game. We have some very cool vintage McDonald's trays. Look at those. Put your drink right there. Okay, check this out. Vintage Avon Mickey Mouse bubble bath dispenser. You gotta put some Mr. Bubble in him or something because Mickey's all out. Wah! Dude, we have so many epic vintage VHS tapes. Not super valuable or anything, just awesome, right? Remember those FHE Ninja Turtles cassettes, DuckTales? Dude, and so many, mostly 80s, but some 90s, and one 70s movie that I can see right there. Dude, the Mouse and the Motorcycle, Short Circuit, League of Their Own, RoboCop, great for display. Great for watching, in the case of the originals. And some of them used to be owned by the Tonopah Library District. Ooh! Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Huh? Allie handmade some little Halloween journals here. There's some old artwork I made, some vintage purses and stuff. And it's all going in the booth. I better shut up and start helping Allie right now because there's a lot of stuff to go through from that big haul that we bought. Hey, look at this. I'm even selling my old hat. The hat that I wore the first time I went to France. It's the floppiest of hats. I call it the hate hat because of how much Allie hates it. All right, it took most of the night, but we've got boxes of treasure ready to go. Of everything, I think the vintage magic tricks are really cool, the packaging and stuff, but the best thing of all is this super rare full store display of dehydrated worms. They're dehydrated. Okay, instant worms is the jam, dude. This thing is awesome. There's E.T. figures in the package, Lone Ranger board game, Barbie's RV. Time to start loading it all up. All right, we're fully loaded now. Tomorrow, London goes off to camp, and I'm hoping to ride off eastwards for some adventures. But tomorrow's also when I told people there will be stuff in the booth, so we're stuffing it all in right now. We're throwing everything but the kitchen sink in there, so hopefully this round will last a little longer on the shelves. I really hope so. All right, back in the orange circle, into the antique station we go. When we first put that last crop of stuff in here, I had no idea how quickly that it would go away. Everyone told me to make the stuff, especially the handmade stuff, really, really expensive. I didn't want to go crazy. I didn't want people to think I was nuts. The idea being make it expensive so that it goes slowly and stays on the shelf for a while so people can look and then you mark it down, but that didn't work. Hopefully this time we have enough antiques and other stuff that these ones will go a little more slowly and give me time to make more. All right, here's our next batch. Allie already stuck one load in here earlier while I was up. Hey, where's Mickey and Donald?
I bought them already.
I mean, on the one hand, cool. I'm happy for the person who got them, but how am I ever supposed to keep this up? I even tried to specifically crazy price them, Maybe I could just ask, if you guys get any of them, ask him to put a little sold sign on it and then keep it here a few days before you take it home. Well, there's always sick merch in here. If there's no signs by the time you get here, we've got sick t-shirts, some which are only available down here, plus Allie's choicest selection of vintage clothes. Ooh. We got pins and stickers and ETs and some toys in the packaging and weird treasures. We got the serial killer mask and the weird pipe here and the coolest guy ever. Come get a cool guy. This shelf here is mostly not our stuff. Some of it is, mostly not. But there's definitely a lot of bizarre stuff there. There's still one or two that got left behind at home for Allie to bring later. I'll be off on adventure, so it's going to take me even longer to restock next time. That's the only reason I'm kind of stressing out right now. This might have been better in theory than practice. But we do come down here. We talk to people all the time. Oh, Allie, the hate hat. You're finally selling the hate hat. You're so happy. Yeah, this might be it for July. We've got to get back on the road. Not for the merch or the antiques, though. We still have more antiques at home, vintage toys, all kinds of stuff that we didn't have time to price out for this weekend. And sweet new sick merch is coming within a week or so, I believe. Just blows my mind how fast that stuff went. I can't believe we went outside for 2 seconds. Allie went to get another load of stuff. And Mickey and Donald disappeared. One thing I did do is put a sweet sign-in sheet right here, a little guest book. So if you come by, don't steal my pen. Say what's up. All right, there's Allie's handmade journals. Got some of the last of the sidekicks in here. A few more at home to put in later. Some clown motel mugs that I personally brought back across the desert. So come check out Swag Level 2. Swag Level 2. Oh, and also, if you happen to visit, especially in a week or two, and if there's ever a time where there's not much stuff in here, don't take it out on the staff. We're telling us that people came in here and were angry. Why aren't there any signs? That's not their fault. I'll try and do as many as I can for as long as I can. But don't be mean to the staff. Come on. All right. For now, I think I've done all I can do. Yeah. I've done my duty. Now it's up to other people to enjoy it. Bye, guys. I keep getting distracted talking to people in here every time I come. And then the store is always closing when I leave. I always have one of those things at the last 5 minutes. I'm like, I want to see. I'm running around. Oh, look at all these rugs. Anaheim Fire bike helmets. All right, you don't see those every day. Whoa, Anaheim Stadium hat. Kind of want that. It'll be a new look for me. All right. No more procrastinating, guys. It's time for me to go home, pack my kid off to camp, and pack myself off for adventures on the road. We've done all we can do today, so we've done our duty. It's time to go home and sleep well.